Hey there, we back at it again. Class is in session, and you already know by the title. Today, what we're talking about? We're talking about hyperinflation. We're talking about money, finance. Dinero. All right, so here's the deal. A lot of people are thinking that this is a good thing that all of these stimulus checks are getting sent out, right? Sounds great, free money. Yeah, sure. And the economy is booming, but bruh, think about what's really happening here. If more money is getting pushed out, that means more money is being printed. You know what happens when more money gets printed? The value of money decreases. So if they're literally printing trillions and trillions of more dollars, you never thought to yourself that maybe the value of the dollar is gonna go down soon? Like a lot? Because of course, if there's an abundance of something and there's like, I don't know, you ever heard the saying that something is a dime a dozen? Like you can get a lot of it for not even putting much into it. When something is easily accessible, the value of it goes down. So if you got a lot of something, it's not the few that did exist before, the value of them are going to go down. For example, if there are if there's a team of people, right? And with this team, of course, if there's a small team, the coach is going to be able to have a much higher quality relationship with the individual players because, well, he sees them as more easily accessible because there's not as many people pulling on his attention, his, her, but you get the point. But if we translate that into something like an entire army, for example, if there's 500 people instead of just being like 10 people on the team, if there's now 500 people and there's one commander still, or one coach, or whatever term you want to use, one leader, now all of a sudden the quality of the relationships goes down because now you're basically just another number. You can't, or the commander couldn't easily talk to everybody one on one. Same concept in a classroom. If there's a small classroom, the teacher can give a higher quality experience to the students. But if there's a heck of a lot of students in a class, you're nothing but just another number. It's just how it goes. Same thing with money. So if there's not much money in circulation, the value of our money is going to be higher because it's more rare. But if there's a lot more money and everybody's got a lot of money, money isn't going to be so valuable. So, of course, eventually the economy is going to crash. Boom. Inflation is what the term is. Inflation happens when there's too much money being put out, and all of a sudden, well, it's not really an all of a sudden thing, it's more of a gradual thing, but a lot more money is getting pushed out. And because so much more money is being printed and pushed out, the value of it goes down, and that's when your entire economy suffers. Because now, other currencies or other cultures, people on the other continents that have different forms of money, they're not going to see what we have to offer as being as valuable. Ultimately, whenever we're selling products to them, trade, they're not going to want to buy our stuff for as much money because, well, they don't see us as valuable anymore. The entire economy is more than likely going to crash even bigger than before because of the fact that there's too much money being put out. So, the advice I give you is you getting some free money, go ahead and use it for what you really want to use it for. Because pretty soon that money might not be worth anything. You can't get anything that you really want for it. So, hey, if you want to buy a new pair of shoes, buy a new pair of shoes because you might not be able to get them later. You might have 200 bucks now, and that 200 bucks might buy you a pair of shoes. In a year, per se, $200 might not even be able to buy you a pair of shoes. There's just one example, but it's your life. Do what you want to with your money, whether you earned it the easy way or the hard way. Ultimately, we're just here to enjoy ourselves. So, I would advise people don't be so caught up on saving it for the future, because that idea of the future, eh, it might not necessarily be there. You know, cryptocurrency might be the future, and then your American dollars or whatever country you're in right now might not necessarily be worth anything anymore, anyways. So you might as well please yourself in the present moment. I mean, that's what mindfulness and spirituality and meditation, all that's what all that's about, anyways, is enjoying right now. So if you got money today, enjoy yourself today. If you got money for entertainment that you could use towards entertainment, entertain yourself. I'm not saying blow all your money. I'm not saying be irresponsible, but do not suffer now because you're telling yourself subconsciously that you're not worthy of having something later. That's all I'm saying. You might tell yourself that you're not worthy of it right now because you're trying to put it off until later because you want to be able to get more later. You can make investments with your money though, and make it grow that way. But balance the two. That's your advice for today. Till next time.